हेल्थ लियो आओ आओ पब्लिक आ जाओ आ जाओ। आज इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान छोड़ गया तुम लोगों के लिए मैं VCT देखने। ठीक है, इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान मेरे फ़ोन में चल रहा है इधर साइड में। ठीक है, साइड में फ़ोन में चल रहा, इसको चलने देंगे। अपना मसला इधर भी ऐसा, इधर भी, इधर म्यूट कर दे तो ज़रा मैं। हाँ म्यूट कर दिया था, सेट। मेरे नज़र दोनों साइड है। ठीक है, अपन इधर भी देखेंगे उधर भी देखेंगे, ऐसा वाला सीन रखेंगे। चलो कोई बकचोदी नहीं जाए, सब ठीक है भाई। अपने सेन भाई भी इम्पोर्टेंट, अपने विराट भाई भी इम्पोर्टेंट है। एक दिन भगवान की कृपा से हो सके तो स्टेडियम में बैठ के देखेंगे इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान। डैम गुड होगा भाई। बस विराट भाई रिटायरमेंट मत लो भाई। चलो गाइस, भाई क्या हो रहा है बाबा। बाबा पैथेटिक, बाबा पैथेटिक पैथेटिक बाबा, बाबा पैथेटिक, पैथेटिक गेम प्ले बाबा। बाबा पैथेटिक बाबा।
Elsis 1v3.
ये स्टार्ट कैसे हो गया भाई इतनी जल्दी?
Difficult time I think
Helio?
recently. Trying to anchor.
पिछला 2-0 था क्या?
Ups and downs in terms of his performance, but now he's left to do it all. Discipline, name of the game here for Liquid. Look at him. Not going to give him absolutely anything here. Paranoias. He's going to ult. Waited. There's a steel guard and committed, but a salvers in your face. There's a flash in your face. Kitchen Sink's going to be coming next. Best of luck to you. Because again, no open fight, Team Liquid. There's no mistakes here with the way that they're playing. Double face up.
Celsius boy.
He's throwing good money after bad there. That ultimate towards the end.
भाई TL को हराना easy है भाई.
Almost never
Nats
gonna
भाई
get you
OP
the
in
win
the
in
chat हो
a
जाए
1v3.
थोड़े. John cutie looking cute today also.
Side, they still have util to be able to use. And when you combine that with Zekan's ultimate, which as you said, went into orbit, when he was trying to punish the player, he sees that a little flare towards the back. He's trying to get a bit of splash damage on somebody at back rubble, but
भाई ulti ने ulti थी भाई.
And there's the war chest expended.
Ulti.
3 big ultimates: Nightfall, Showstopper, Steel Guardian, gone for naught.
Just missing links, I think, into the play that Sen were trying to go for. As you said, bit of a refight. Hold the phone. Zek can go for that peek and camo.
ये लोग पिछले राउंड जीतने के बाद भी भाई नहीं है
onto the
लगते.
angle. Didn't even hear that one. So
Bang bang.
Camo out of the picture here.
Bang bang.
Scrambling, all grouped up. They don't really have any map control here. They wanted to pivot, but they're going to go for the reclear themselves. Aftershock salvos up and around. There's a smoke into the face of Zek, and he's spamming, spraying, praying for Sentinels. No one's hearing him.
जड्डू भाई कैश तो है, कैश तो है.
TP up into the spawn. What the hell's occurring here, Kiko?
Oh, this is wild. Is he looking to try to get a timing on John? Is he just trying to pull players towards him?
Cutie.
I mean, you say only got a judge. I wouldn't want to walk in there.
All on the cutie though. All eyes on the cutie.
They're going to try to pinch by the look of things. Kiko's calling the rest of his team back over to this pit. They
All
still
eyes on
have drone
cutie.
to work with. They have drone.
Cutie.
The drone can inform a stun from Patty. And Kiko
Just going for it.
I don't really
Cutie,
like
please,
going
cutie,
for
cutie,
it
cutie, cutie.
before the rest of the team's in position to help.
Cutie का position भी मस्त है रे.
This is so slow from
कोई
Liquid.
expect ही नहीं करता वो position वैसे में बैठा हूँ.
Tally ho in mound, guys. You gotta go forwards.
Might be going right into the maw. John QT, Judge in hand salvos. A misstep, a gap, but they're spamming it. Almost the expectation of it. Only 13 seconds left. They're going to try and get themselves into this. Highlighted!
Let's go!
It's a paste!
Cutie in the chat, guys.
Yeah, it's a
200 पे
confusing
6
one.
भाई.
They have drone so that they can stun the Viper
भाई
when he breaks
stream
it,
lag तो नहीं हो
and
रही
then
है
they have
guys.
Kiko on the flank. Why are they contact walking all the way through mound and then just spamming into the pit and then running in there? What is going on in Liquid's comms there? I think that is a hit the red button moment. Kaplan's like, yeah, well, we'll take those, I guess.
We'll take it.
We will take those. All right, so Team Liquid are going to hit the panic button, as I said. They've gone for a tactical timeout. I don't think the overall ideas have been too bad from Team Liquid. They've generally speaking been able to scrap over towards rubble. I'd say they've ended up getting the better end of it most of the time. Here they missed the teleport from Bang, but were still able to get into a 3v3.
Yeah, bro.
But that is a crucial one for SEN to be able to win. They came to that round with a Judge and an Ares. That's one of the first Ares purchases that I've seen in pro play for so long. But Narrate was gunning with that one, the poor man's Odin, to try to keep SEN's head above water.
Lido, shaky game from both sides.
But it's expected to be shaky from Liquid because this is the very bottom of their map pool.
Yeah.
They ban Pearl, although if they play it, they're going to steal Sentinel's comp. And then they're either going to ban Lotus or they're going to steal DRX.
Bro, Nats bro.
So
Allah की काम नहीं चलेगी bro.
The absolute bottom of Team Liquid's
आज
map pool.
शेर
And so they're expected to be
support करने
shaky
बैठा.
here. The fact that it's
तुम लोग सोच रहे
dead
होंगे
even, basically.
मैं बैगन
It's
क्या
actually
तू
worrying sign for
सेन का
SEN.
सपोर्टर बोल के पिंक कलर के बैठा
They need to be putting some clean air between them and Team
चटी
Liquid
रेड है
on this
bro
map.
चटी रेड है
One's not quite broken here.
चटी रेड चटी ओपन द चैट हो जाए
Over towards A, Zelsis. Going to be praying that they walk straight into this one, but it's just
खत्म
Camo as well. Trying to absorb a bit of it. Pawns are down.
कछुआ भेज रहा
Reveals the hand.
Cockroach,
Set of
cockroach
pass
भेज
moves
रहा
around,
साला.
drifted. 5 players grouped up. Team
Pathetic,
Liquid
Baba.
don't really have anybody
बाबा
they can pivot into in
Pathetic,
case
Baba.
things do go wrong over towards the A hit. And now, oh my god,
Leo!
jump spot,
Leo!
take this wall out.
Narrate!
Narrate and Zelsis have stepped
pathetic
up.
बाबा
First time that
Baba.
this defensive setup has been tested with the Vice over here towards A, and it works
गए
perfectly.
बी पे गए
John's
खत्म
also there,
बी
ready
पे
to
हमारे
collect this
भैये
pivot into B.
क्यूटी
And all of this information allows Bang
क्यूटी
to
से
push
पंगा नहीं
out.
भाई
SEN playing this round very nicely.
And
Baba.
Wind is taken out of the sails of these Team Liquid players. They were hoping for
pathetic बाबा
faster tempo up and again.
अरे वो हेड अगर ऐसा satisfying लगता है ना जब कोई कूद रहा है पचक बोल के हेड लगना चाहिए
Contacting Bang is getting constant
where are pushing बाबा
information. He's clearing up the question marks across the map. Barrel spotted out, but I think he's just missed the mark on that.
पकड़ा गया कामो
The Sentinels put in a squeeze on
पकड़ा गया ये
just
भी
making it look like child's play.
फिस्ट बम दे रहा था उसको
Oh, Narrate on an individual level.
आज कमाएंगा तो कल खाएंगा आज कमाएंगा
Could make all the
pathetic
difference for
बाबा
SEN.
बाबा
I talked earlier about how SEN are not the dominant force that they were in 2024. But one of the reasons I think is that they're still trying to find their rhythm with this new roster. They're trying to settle people into roles. Narrate's looked his best when he's been playing the Fade. He's been looking decent when they played Lotus in the past. But you can get more from this guy. I know you can. I've seen it before.
रुको
And if he plays up to his potential, then that could add a real extra bonus to how SEN are performing.
Yeah, maybe the bit of a Sen heating up over the course of these tournaments.
नहीं तो बराबर ही है उस पे
Waking up from the slow starts might not be a fake
नहीं ये
one.
क्या बराबर
need
है
it.
नेम टैग पे क्या ही होगा मैप देख लोगे तुम लोग
Bit more spread though from Team Liquid. Last few rounds have been all in over towards A rubble.
Fake rubble control, fake mount control, sorry, here. So Camo, he trips the trap. This is perfect information for the rest of Liquid. They can start accelerating over towards A. They're going to know that the Vice setup is over here, and they've already interacted with it in the prior round. So there goes the clone trying to bait out
कोई
the
है
wall.
तो अगर
Not just that. Could be triggering it. Up
ठीक
and
है
away
ना?
we go. Hold on, that cage. They're not intended for the top of that one.
Not where that was supposed to go.
Now we're seeing it. Rolling Thunder. It's going to cleave its way in through the side. The rate is cleaned up momentarily. He felt like he had to take a fight there. Push forward, past the smoke on top of it.
चौदह रन भाई
What
नंबर
the
भाई
hell are
नहीं
you with that one? Almost the open sightlines in time, and the Armageddon's going to be clearing them all the way out. Zelsis, he can't even escape it. Not the ire of it. The advantage now lies
easy
into the
retake
hands of Team
easy
Liquid.
retake
One
guys easy
player up,
retake
forward into the position, satchel up on top. It's a high ground perch. Potentially the play around here, and still unable to win
indeed.
these fights out. It's Natty Kiko. Full control, and Bang's left
Flash.
alone to pick up those pieces in a 1v3, and that discipline shines through once more. You can see it. Smoke into the face though disrupts the play. And still no swing from Paddy. He's waiting for
Arey,
it.
anti
But
de.
straight through the smoke. Safe hands.
anti bang anti bang anti bang anti bang anti
That's how
bang
Team Liquid's composition is supposed to work. You see that when DRX run it. They have the Yoru play on the opposite side of the map to the rest of their team.
Chingam
Walk
Kario.
forward, disrespect, and if there's a trap there, if there's any danger, you teleport
Ini
out
John QT
and you
herself same
trigger
player.
a reaction on the opposite side. This time,
No,
baited
equal
that
tag
mount
unka.
trap
Guys.
completely, and this Teho ult is fantastic. Look at that. It's almost impossible to dodge if you're deep over there. I guess you could run towards pit, but that's exactly where the rest of the team
इधर से
Liquid
इधर
are
मारा इधर से इधर
hoping
मारा
that you go. Lovely round from
अरे भाई
Liquid.
मेरे जैसे दिखते हो यार
Right back into the next final round of this first half. Dimensional drift to berserk, so Camo's getting a lot of info, and again that fake pressure, fake presence, knocks out the two players.
He's going to see this as the same defensive setup as before.
Line stun connected onto him, I think.
कैसा मारा इन्हें?
Camo's going to be falling. Defense was necessary from the rate. Takes his teammate's life.
But it's another good call from Nats. They put a load of pressure over towards A and just walk in B. They're not going to think about this time.
Well, John, he's got his cross.
Well.
Expecting it. At this point, Team Liquid, you know that they end up trending into that.
क्यूटी नाम सुन के क्यूटी समझे क्या?
They at least have a plant down onto the B side, but he's retakes from Sen. In particular, I mean, pretty nice in Sublime. We're seeing it at the Nightfall. He's going to set the stage and a bit of spam as well. Augments this push coming through. The wall just cannot be dealt with. It's all on the shoulders of that.
कुछ भी मारे जा रहे हैं बिल्ला.
So 7-5.
इल्ला कुछ भी मारे जा रहे हैं देखो.
First half, Sentinels. The question is, are they going to be happy enough with it?
They certainly cleaned up the play. Those last few rounds were actually pretty good from both teams. But Sen with the advantage because they won the pistol. I think another one would be really nice for them coming into the next.
अच्छा कोई और मारा यार.
Had it with your old phone? We've got you. At Verizon, trade in any old phone for iPhone 16 Pro on us, on any plan, and get iPad and Apple Watch Series 10, all three on us. That's up to $2,000 in value. Only
I don't think so. Pakistan will win today. I don't think.
Red Bull gives you wings.
क्या लगता है तुम लोग जीतेंगे? पाकिस्तान? अजी कद्दू मेरा कद्दू जीते मेरा. क्या है रे क्या है ये निकल गया रे. तुम गिरफ्तार हो बक्कुर बरकुत तुम आई. इसकी वजह से भी आवाज कम आती है. तुम लोग को ऐड करके देखो. क्यों करना है सोचता हूँ.
Both these teams almost head-to-head in terms of that scoreline. 7-5. It's narrow lead being held here by Sentinels, but we've kind of been prompting these questions as well because we wanted to see something better out of Sentinels based on their first game's performance. Liquid are playing on a map that they don't opt into. It's one of they either ban or avoid entirely, and they're playing a completely new comp as well, and they've still managed to drag it to 5 rounds. So the next pistol round, all focus going to be on it.
During Sentinels' game against DRX, on their attack side, they ran a mound setup. So they went 4 players over towards mound with Zelsis lurking B. They tried to just hit onto a C.
अच्छा बाउंस स्टंप टू स्टंप लैंड क्योंकि विकेट ना वहां
thinking this round's going to be a B exec, I think. They've got 3 players, 4 players in that kind of area, ready to run a trap. This might just be to find the lurker though, because Zelsis was alone at the outside of B. They might be just looking for whoever's alone, and that is Narrate, but they've missed the timing.
Yeah, and just giving up on it entirely now. Kamek. Ooh, wait a second, he's missed a few of these players. Gate crash. Instant reposition here by Camo. Seem to have realised that at least that this is going to be leaning over towards its special. Head clean off. Plant now down. Nothing to sway this one, nothing to push this one back, and Camo even traded into the process.
Good trading, good teamwork from Sen. And the Thorns are very difficult to get through.
हो जाए. Second might push हो
Sen
जाए.
have got full control over towards Heaven. Essentially the entirety of the site. Fault line's a good connection though. Hold on. Paddy swinging wide. Nats has found his own! And they have gotten away with murder!
What is that from Nats? He's sat inside the Thorns. Bang swings around the corner and goes through a right click. Rough.
And if you're Sen, you can't be
मेरे ख्याल से Sen को force buy करना चाहिए.
The utility was great though from Team Liquid. But you're right. In the sense that it's a 3v4 and they have full post plant setups. But Zekin completely got caught. Patty managing to find 2 without a trade. We were just talking about how good the trades were.
करो बुल्ले के वाला जो करना है
the better end of Paddy, who took down John Cutie at the back.
अटैकिंग मैप पे सेन है, खत्म है मसला, तुम लोग नको डरो, डर के फायदा नहीं है, डर के आगे जीते.
Very serious game.
No.
Again with another kind of trap setup, trapping over towards the C orb this time.
What the fuck? They're pushing.
Bloody hell, what a misplay. What's going on there? I mean, the trip just tangling up all of these players, and the goal for Sentinels was
Let's go.
B side Nats though, shoring up the gaps, double face in the end, and it's a beautiful shot from the raid, at least to return that fire, but
Andy, goody go.
Definitely did some damage to Team Liquid, but my God, bit of a scramble in the beginning.
Heavy damage. I mean, it's actually very similar to what we saw in the first half, where Sen came into their attacks, their defense bonus with a low amount of weaponry. I think that's going to be pretty similar here again. Just an outlaw and a bulldog save. So decent shots from Sen. Team Liquid again going to go for another trap. They're kind of just picking an area of the map and making it impossible for Sentinels to go there. And it's a complete gamble for Sen. They don't know where the trap is. It could be rubble right now. And Bang might end up getting caught, but in fact, as we can see, almost everybody see now.
Control the drone and the push through. Some a lot of info. You can see Camo's like, okay, well, I'm going to be sort of reinforce over towards the A site.
Here comes Celsius.
Right, check.
Oh, wait a second, the time is kind of missed onto this one. And in the danger zone, Celsius! Oh, I mean, he's just picked to pieces. Bonus round conversion. Highly likely at this point for Team Liquid. They are in full control. You're going to be walking, waiting. Oh my God, you missed a TP onto that one. Just the slightest of gaps, but all good. You have 55 seconds to work with. You can slow this one down. And John, cracking shot. He's opened up the side potentially. All the setup's going to be going down. Camo, blind as anything. Snakebite at your feet, flashing around, a Horn too much to deal with here, but he has been lit up, and there it is, swarming into position. Everything accounted for.
तेरे भाई का रीड
Salvage of the operation here from Sentinel.
रीड बोलते हैं, चडी खोलते हैं, ऐसी रीड करते हैं अपन. वही देख लिया था दूर से ये विजनरी. मेरे को मालूम था ऐसा निकाल लेते बल्कि.
Ghost in hand. Don't think you're going to be finding same missteps from Sentinels into their post.
Silver का 14 on top लिख दो guys.
Much willing to give up a lot of this
मेरे को
space
मालूम
here.
था ऐसा होता बल्कि. कहीं को फिर से.
Dodging Juking.
आरो अरे टीपी करके भागो या कहीं को पिक ले रहे तुम ला.
जो कहीं को भाई कहीं
को पिक ले रहे फुकट का.
Getting cheeky, it's a three-piece into the round for him.
तुम वो गाना गाओ कहीं को भाई.
He is currently being the X factor for the team. Yeah. Zekin gets caught. Zelsis misplays this situation pretty badly, I think. Just completely running forwards there. I think he must have anticipated he was being pushed from B. But Narrate saves them. He's 15 and 9 currently. Almost top fragging in the server, only Nats above. And he's bailing them out of situations. He did a bunch of damage on the previous round to keep the economy honest of Team Liquid and now helps sail it through. He's got the Nightfall online.
Sentinels all grouped up, shoulder to shoulders, 5 of them, and that's going to be that stun connecting. One's going to be taking that bullet to the head, but Bang now wants to try and take that fight. Takes down the counterpart.
Bang by OP, bang कर दो.
Clearing the way. Even a potential path into the A side. It. Slow down a little
bit. इसकी गांड में ईगो बहुत है.
Inserted, but still the shot's landing. Kamek wins it, and that defense is in order here, but still backs to the
nice one. Second, yo, bro.
2 left to stand here for Liquid. Trying to get in here, but fast and loose, and even the armor getting committed out towards the tail end. But choked out of the sight entirely. This Team Liquid stepping forwards.
इसको मारो यारो, Nats.
Smoke in his face.
बहुत अलग गेम प्ले खेलता है. हाँ, Nats भाई किधर देख रहे?
No missteps.
चलो चटको. आज कमाएंगा, कल खाएंगा भाई चलो. कमाएंगा भाई.
Huge double kill from the fearless entry player of Sentinels.
Sound.
But also,
मैं मैसेज कर दे
from a team strategy perspective, this is the first round where we've seen Liquid set up at the beginning be exactly the same spot that Sen go for. So we've seen them try to trap, be on the pistol, they tried to C in the previous round as well. This was a trap on A, but it didn't actually find the value. They're going for a bit of a re-clear.
Nice TPU.
Or actually, they were just trying to hold rubble, I think, as well. They threw the salvos out very early. Kiko goes for the paranoia, but he doesn't throw a one-way rubble. So when he takes the duel, it's just a straight-up fight. He's not advantaged. Ends up losing it. So if that's what Team Liquid
हमारे
look like
बैंक में डरते
when
क्या?
you go into them,
Smoke
maybe you don't
push
have to be
कर
too
दिए।
worried.
Just seeing as well, I think the difficulty for Team Liquid,
Aye,
you can see the
aye.
comp, but in terms of the amount of actual, work that you can put into it in a short amount of time,
Yeah.
it's going to be next to nothing.
Yo
right?
bro,
And
The
जल्दी
small
आउट करो
details
यार इन
make
लोग
all
को,
the
जल्दी
difference
आउट
with
करो
comps
यार।
at this kind of level. And you also just need
कुछ दिल सा,
match reps
Yeah, you need
to,
reps.
to figure out
कुछ
kind
दिल
of
तो
how you
होंगे, आज
slightly
आउट
adjust
दिल
something
तो हो
to counter what
जाएंगे।
your opponent's doing. Now, another player to focus on, if you're looking at the difference between Team Liquid on this map and DRX when they played this map against Sentinels, is Camo versus Hyunmin.
पांडा लेके आए, पांडा में हूँ।
And Camo's at the bottom of the scoreboard with only 5 kills across 16 rounds.
Struggle for him.
So that makes a massive difference. And currently it does feel like Sen
Yo bro, who's
flexing
this,
a
bro?
little bit and starting
bro.
to build that clear air
Yes.
that we were talking about
Who's
being
this?
a
Who's this?
requirement,
Yes.
a necessity, if you want to feel confident
bro,
about
who
them
is
winning
this?
the series. Because Abyss and Bind are great maps for Liquid.
Yes, what happened?
That's the silver lining for Liquid as well. You can take a look at this map, Lotus.
Oh, I don't think so, yo.
Normally, you'll be shrugging this off, but there's still chances for him to come back into this one, so they're not going to want it to let it slip at least for now. And you can see
Yo
Sentinels
bro,
gearing
why
up.
others bro?
Bit of an A-Rubble fight, clash and a brawl. We will be getting it. Blood will be spilled. Fault lines, snake bites, absolutely everything naded to the corner, but Zekken happy to lay claim to that space. Paranoia delayed, the flash is dodged, satchel out and away, and the bullets flying forwards. How the hell is Sen surviving? The deep push from that.
What can I
the
say,
reaction
bro?
from him. He's taking risks on it. He's going to be hearing it. The scurry of
I
footsteps. Maybe buying info. One time for Kamek, getting into position, but he's got the util into his hands and the stun. At least with that connection, the response and the peeking out of the smokes and the angles. Team Liquid crumbling.
Here comes Nats.
From the side, picked up a gun in the process. Anybody watching this one? Oh my! Had to be snappy. John's just wrangling that rifle around to make sure that there is no funny business occurring.
Liquid are trying to fight at the start of the rounds instead of working this A-Rubble as a re-clear setup. And I think that's one of the reasons why they're not having as much success with it. Of course, this was an eco as well. But I think if they try to bait Sentinels in a little further before triggering off all the utility, save the fault line, save the salvos, they might be able to catch Sen.
Yeah.
Because these rounds were destroying Sentinels in the match against DRX. Zekken 1 away from getting his ult online. So that may end up being a serious focus for Sen here.
Team Liquid going for a push straight down, up the gut, in through mid. That's a fault line to trigger, but that was off of Kiko's contact, and he's already fallen. Camo, you don't want to overstay your welcome here, even if you've got the get out of jail free card. Sen could be happy with this one. Slow it down a little bit. You're in control now of the situation with the open and pick.
And Zekken, of course, still with the showstopper. It's going to be super difficult for Team Liquid to hold on. They want to fight forwards before Zekken can get in position.
I love potential. I mean, just body spotting out wide. Flash is dealt with as well. Camo, oh my, he's doing it all. Still, showstopper in the hands of Zekken, but he's cleaned up. Tried to sit nice and pretty into the cage. You can't escape the eye of Nats, and that neural theft is going to be pointing it all out.
The spike is committed. Sen have to go for this.
Paranoid
Does Nats even realize?
Didn't even connect. What a shot. Bang to be the savior at that spot. Picks up the spike, 40 seconds left to play with. Kamek is left reeling.
It's a 1v2 where Kamek does not have very good information. And John, if he gets the plan, can play around the Viper's pit. It's a bit of a weird spot. Like, you don't know whether you necessarily want to commit the ultimate. Sen are taking a risk here, but just because of the time they have to run into A. You can't clear all of these angles. If Kamek was tucked in some corner and had gambled correctly on the A site, maybe this could all be over.
I mean, they're very lucky here at this point. There's going to be, what, like 10 seconds left? There was Salvos in the back pocket of Kamek. If he was here, could have just single-handedly won the round out, but wait a minute. Hold on. Is that going to be a kill confirmed? Not quite. A little bit too slow when Kamek was that far away, and the pit's even just being used to try and secure this round, but Kamek's all the way up into their faces. Decay damage kicking in, but he needs to isolate these fights.
Pathetic, Baba, pathetic. आज कमाएगा, कल खाएगा, भाई.
Sen get to 11. The back of what was a very scrappy brawl out here on C. The breachel almost made the difference. Zekken catching a glimpse for a moment of party deck there. And Camo, unfortunately, just getting roasted inside the snake bite. Kind of the final hour here for Liquid. They've got bad economy. If they lose this round, it would be over. but they've got enough to be able to get rifles at least online for this round. One final hurrah to try to defend and keep things going.
Very much all in.
Easy, easy guys, easy.
Up nicely. Full committal by Liquid. Paddy has the hold.
Ah! अरे कि नाइस वन सेम मेरे जैसा खेला रेस तुम लोग मेरे को कभी तो देखेंगे ना स्ट्रीम पे मैं भी नहीं खेल रहा हूँ तो मेरा पीसी सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहा पता नहीं क्यों पर सेम मेरे जैसा रेस कोई खेलता तो सेकंड खेलता मेरे जैसा रेस सेम डिट्टो खेल रहा डबल स्टैचू आउट आओ
That's the kind of quality, that's the kind of form you want to
सेकंड में
see
मेरे
from
जैसा
this
रेस
guy.
खेल रहे हैं
Camo, Nads, trying to
मैच मेरे
save,
जैसा नहीं खेलता
but they haven't even got
मैं कभी
Phantom
ऐसा रैट्स
They're
बन के नहीं
saving
खेलता
Bulldog and Guardian.
गार्डियन ना
It's rough.
I'm
It's
just
the
aggressive
bottom of the
player
barrel.
you I just carry
The
that
only chance they've got to
Vandal
try
and
really
run
scramble back a couple of rounds, but this is going to be
तुमने
set up
बकचोद
for
समझ
12.
रहे क्या
Money,
वैंडल तो मेरे हाथ में
flourishing, man.
Couldn't find a better round for Zekken to get the double kill on the entry. He was
0.6666.
so sharp with those
Flick.
shots. That's the kind of stuff that Sentinels
ऑप्शन
relied on
0.69 वाला
ever
फ्लिक
since he
मारा
joined the team.
तुम लोग भरोसा नहीं करते मेरा
He's an incredible
Stream
player
पे
in those
बता दो एक
spots,
दिन।
those moments.
मेरा अच्छा पीसी आन दो तब तक तुम लाइक
Gone
करो
hunting. Take a gun away.
सेम मैं भी ऐसे
Just
ढूंढ के
that,
मार
one
तो
step closer to
कॉम्पिटिटिव
the ult on top of it.
मेरे को आयरन का
Put
जेकन
another
बोलते रे
bad weapon of some description.
आयरन का
Bulldog
जेकन
Guardian, something
बोलते
like that in the hands of Team Liquid. In fact, I mean, we can see the eco here, but Kiko looks like he's going to be going into the next round with no armor.
Yeah.
So that's the value of this final
ऐसे
kill
ढूंढ
that
के
you
मारता
mentioned.
हूँ मैं एक शॉट मारा मैच में आए सेकंड सेकंड आयरन का सेकंड हैदराबाद से सेकंड
Cuba is feeling good about that one.
Here it is for Team Liquid again. It's
GG.
all or nothing.
जीजी लिख दो चैट में
And once more, stun salvos used at the beginning of the round instead of trying to use them as a trap play. Are Liquid really getting the value out of having this mount control?
Paddy is solo pushing up here.
Yeah, but at least he's the Omen that can teleport away.
Wait
he's
a minute. He's the breach. And well, listen, opening kill for them. He spotted out the information. The Steel Gardens even keeping
Too
a couple
easy,
of
yo.
Liquid players
Too
tethered to
easy.
the spot. It's a mad dash though, running around and a lot of chaos being sown into the mix here by SEN with the door opened wide, making it feel like it's A,
Game
it's
खेल
C,
लिया
they
रे।
don't really know. It's twists and
Second
turns
game,
into the round
इन्हें
of
game
Camo.
खेल लिया।
He's forced to offload this ult just to get the
Duty.
information. And now it's all going to be revealed as well, made to look like a fool. Still, setup is here. It's playing off the side anyway. Salvo's up and through. No one to play off this one.
छोड़ दे जो छोड़ना है हो गया अल्टी किसी का भी नहीं है ठीक है
Primed and ready are Sentinels for any sort of attempt at a flood attempt, but actually, as I say that, they just leave a massive gap into the back still. Doesn't matter.
नैट्स भाई क्या कर लोगे
And decent show of things from Nats, but nevertheless here, Sentinels, 13-7 finish on Lotus. We needed to see the step up. I think we at least got a glimpse of
रंसी
it.
ने
I would definitely say so. I think
जो मैं बोला
considering
वही
how
हो गया।
close the first half was, Sen really did manage to
Certified
pull ahead
manager.
there. 13-7 finish, only 2 rounds gained for Team Liquid on their defense side. Sen at
Certified.
least showcasing they can win on Lotus.
We are going to be going to a bit of home territory for Liquid. Abyss is coming up next. A good chance for them to answer back in the series.
सर्टिफाइड कोच
Touch my shirt, stretch the shit out of the neck, bro.
ये लोग बैठ गए
You
फिर
can see my
से
hairs on my chest. Yeah, it's alpha. That is alpha. You have hairs? What'd you say? Hey, don't say that to your teammate. Do not say that to your teammate.
यार जल्दी फिनिश करो
I have it.
जल्दी खत्म कर दो यार लोग 2 ओवर है तुम लोग के लिए भी यही लगा के बैठते हैं इसको म्यूट मारेंगे जाओ तुम लोग भी देखो जाओ अपना जाओ मेरे को देखने दो लाइक मार रहा ना रे भाई कई को ऐसा करते रहे मेरे साथ तुम लोग मेरे साथ ना को करो ना रे ऐसा लाइक मारो ना प्लीज 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 एक लाइक नेक्स्ट मैप कौन सा है पहली बात तो नेक्स्ट मैप क्या है गाइस? भाई 22K भाई 10 भाई तारीख भाई मेरे कब आएंगे भाई ऐसे तुम लोग? 1 मिलियन लोग एक साथ देख रहे मेरे को, कैसा रहता सीन? ऐसा चौड़ा में बैठ के मेरे बॉल्स देख रहे बोल के बोल दो तुम लगा रहे तो समझ में आ रहा? तुम लोग भी यार प्यार बरसाए रखो यार, थोड़ा थोड़ा क्वालिटी पे न कुछ आ रहे हैं पर भाई क्वांटिटी पे जाओ। हटो में ऐसी बात है कि मेरी चाय यार। गाइस प्लीज इंडिया ऑफिस पे आम हो जाए यार। इंडिया ओपी इंडिया ओपी इंडिया ओपी इंडिया ओपी। तुम लोग ऐसा दिखाओ क्या मैच? 6 मार दिया रे। ऐसा देखो तुम, ऐसा देखो सॉरी देखो देखो साइड स्क्रीन में डाल के। शमी भाई को बिरयानी हो जाए यार पार्सल इधर से हैदराबाद से। शमी भाई की बिरयानी तो बनती है, एक विकेट निकालो बिरयानी भेजो रे शमी भाई। यार 2-0 कर दो टीएल। आउट। हौले बुल्ले सच खेल रहे हैं एकदम। नेक्स्ट मैप क्या है? 2-0 है सन से बाहर। आई स्टिल फॉरगेट VAR इन दिस इज द AHN RTL। ऐसा बोल गया मैं। अरे और एक 6 मार दिया क्या रे? यार 250 रे। डिफेंडिंग टोटल तो मार दिए साल लोग। 250 यार तुम लोग को क्या लगता है हम डर जाएंगे? एक रोहित शर्मा मारेगा 250 अकेला। रोहित शर्मा ने तो विराट कोहली मारेगा 250। यार जितना भी इतना मारना है मान लो। नेक्स्ट मैच शुरू करो। What's the next map, yo? OPR.
We've closed the gates to the world and opened them just for women. On women.
पैंचो वंडरलैक ऐड है किसका है? इतना अश्लील है पैंचो। एबिस भाई लॉर्ड का मैप पैंचो दैट शूट या मैप। एक लप्पा मार रहा रफ जिधर ऐसा फिरा दे रहा है, लग जाते हर बार 6 लग जाते बैगन की मेरी। हो जाए आउट है क्या? मेरा आंख इधर है, दिल इधर है भाई. हरीश रॉफ अभी NH के भाई, किसी से भी NH के. एक मिनट. Zekan from Hyderabad, bro. Same. Same banchot. Ditto. Zekan from Hyderabad. सेंटेंस मैं सेंटेंस चश्मे से तो बन जाऊंगा, कायदे कहाँ से लाऊंगा? गुलबदीन Yo, miss.
Of Team Liquid, I just wanted to get your overall thoughts on that map. Why did you think the momentum slipped away, especially on that second half?
I mean, I think we don't have enough reps on the map.
Cameraman, focus
we
करे.
don't have enough time to prepare. I think
Wide
we had a
angle
good plan going to the map. But
Cameraman, wide angle कर
we
भाई.
lost a bit of the control on the city side. And, I mean, it's up to them. They played better, to be honest.
And you're finally in a jersey. What's the occasion?
Honestly, it's too hot to be wearing a suit right now, so I have to go with a jersey today.
You are so real for that. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm so glad Mika asked that because he's
Sorry,
always been the
देखने
suit
मजा
guy,
नहीं आ
you
रहा
know.
है.
Yeah.
Bind होता ना.
Yeah, he looks great in it as well. But
Coach
he
है.
admitted that they were a little bit less prepared.
मेरे
maybe
तो
on
handsome
purpose,
है.
but they can't have the same issue on
Balls,
Abyss.
balls,
Then
balls,
it's
balls,
going to be
balls,
really,
balls,
really dire for them.
balls.
Yeah, obviously Abyss a very comfortable territory for them, but I think the really interesting thing heading into Agent Select for me is that both of these teams are jet players on this map, where basically every other top team in the world has transitioned over into the Yoru. It's been a couple weeks since we've seen the map, but I'm curious to see if that's
Natural, rat,
I
bro.
have a funny feeling they
Such a
probably will
rat,
stick to the
bro.
side of Liquid. They
For
have no
Liquid,
reason
I think it
to
could change for Sen,
there you
but
go.
no.
It doesn't. So Sentinel,
Nice.
they
Cypher
had some
खेलता
struggles
है.
on this map in the finals
Hey,
against
look, Sentinel लेके ले गया
G2.
रे.
I really love their attack side with the double smokes where they can
सर
constantly
के नाम में
pressure
Sentinel से
into
Sentinel से
mid,
क्या ही
force their
फायदा बोल रहे
opponents to reclear.
Okay,
On defense, they
I
struggled
understand.
quite a bit with G2 abusing mid lurks of their own when Sen is playing no Sentinel.
control.
And I'll look for Nats to do the same on this Cypher. I think his lurks
yeah.
could be so impactful.
Yeah,
ये लोग
it's
double
synonymous
initiative
with
double
that at this
controller.
point. He's going to be abusing
अच्छा.
that. But Sentinels too, I think what they need to show on their defensive side, there's a lot more mid-fights, right? Throwing those smokes into the space, taking that territory early, so Nats can't just
Check
walk them
attacking.
down in that space.
It's do or die for Team Liquid, and I'm really looking to Camo on the Jet. That rookie player has been so good this
कितना
tournament
score बना
thus
दिया
far,
इन्होंने.
and he's got to show it again here.
Team Liquid have only ever been eliminated from one tournament where they didn't win a single map. Saisho and Brent, I don't want to see that again. This is do or die.
विराट कोहली भाई.
Certainly
ये
is
पकड़े.
here between both of these teams. Now Sentinels have got that buffer of the first map win, but you got to think and imagine, as the desk has been talking about, as we have been talking about, this Abyss map is going to be a bit of a comfort zone now for Liquid. You know, Lohan was talking about the fact they had a lack of reps on Lotus with that particular comp, which you can imagine.
Hey,
Understand, and
242.
here, off the rip, just an early glance at the mini-map, this is going to be a brawl.
Team Liquid going to go for the flash and dash setup. So you flash, you recon, you smoke bottom mid as well. And the idea is that
will
Camera should be
get
able to
defeated.
get kills through the smoke
Prediction from
onto Sen.
NephopAnshu.
Zekan can try to counter this by getting into the smoke as quickly as possible. And I said they were going to do that. Actually, they're contacting down
Good
mid.
set up, man, and blood is going to be pouring and taking.
अरे हार जाते रे.
Sen
नाड़ा जितना ही पुश.
managed to salvage it ever so slightly, just stopping it, but still, Panitek is hard committed into the corner, and look at that, head on a swivel, there is that defense in order.
हार जाते रे
Return of
TL.
fire there by
ला
Team
जीतते हट.
Liquid.
हारती.
Happy to supplement the fight.
के लो हारती.
different setup, slower setup as
क्यों
well.
बोलो तुम
But
लोग
it
खाली?
also probably made Sentinels feel like
हार जाती नको डरो मेरी जान balls
with 4
मेरे
players,
balls नको
5
डरो तुम
players
लोग
in there. You'd expect it to be off the
अरे
rip,
रेड
not
अच्छा था
6 seconds in, meeting them in a brawl like this at the
चार
bottom.
लोग पुश किए
What a great start for Camo. He's someone that
पांचों
did not
मेरे
get
पुश किए चार
online
लोग किए
at all in map 1. He got destroyed in terms of first duels. He was
अब
1
दर्द
and
कर
4
यार
as
मेरा
well.
मैच
I think part of that is just going to be not as comfortable playing Lotus, being asked to do a lot.
Not being set up properly as well, because as they mentioned, don't have a lot of reps on the comp, right?
You're expecting him to look a lot better here in the head-to-head against Second.
Early signs of life here for Sentinels, though. It's all in towards the A site. They'd love a plant as well.
साउंड अच्छा है ना ये गन का मैच खरीदना पड़ेगा भाई
At least they've got open access to the side at least on
अभी नहीं।
that. So maybe they'll stick the plan, but they don't have guns.
मार दे चढ़ के मार दे कमाएगा भाई को मार दो चढ़ के
Chance might be taken, but yeah, I mean, Narrate just not quite ready for that one, is he? Swinging around here, both players locked in towards the back of the site. Sen quick to crumble. It was an eco.
This is the first time that we've seen the follow-up round after the pistol that will be clean for either of these two teams. So Liquid are going to have an opportunity to do something potentially.
यार एसेंट होना रे एसेंट एक बार के लिए एसेंट स्प्लिट बाइंड
And there's plenty of places that you can do it. You can do A main aggression, you can do.
मैं बैच हर एक मिनट बैठ के देखूंगा वे क्योंकि वो मैप में कभी भी कमबैक पॉसिबल है एसेंट बाइंड
places that you can try to get set up to throw a set play out of the strat book.
Deep dart. Camo looks like he wants to maybe walk up off the back of it.
I think this is going to end up being like they're faking some kind of mid pressure and
It's
trying
not
to
push
walk
kar
out A.
The dash is active early from Camo.
Yeah, dashing into the vent after they break it. I haven't seen the team do this before.
It's interesting.
दो मिड
Roundabout way of potentially taking heaven
Nice
control up through mid, but Narrate obviously aware of it.
He's
उसका
been
भी
so
बुलेट
good
लगा
with the first duels today. 4
छाती पे
and
लगा
1.
उसका सीधा
I
टपली
think
पे
make that 5 and 1, I assume.
तोड़ साले का टपली तोड़
Racking them up here.
वो लोग भी रोटेट कर रहे रे
The picks, Sentinels. Bit of a scurry now, maneuver over towards the B site. Stars down, orchestrates. Gonna be a hit over towards it, and the drone spots it all out. So getting the information off.
ओ नरेट भाई मेरी उड़ गई
Shows that control of the round is going to be held
कैसा मारा रे
down
वो
to Sen here.
John's 2 away from having his ult online. He could be the player to go
मस्त गया
and
रे
try to hunt for a kill or something.
Off flash into his face. Luckily, anti-flash positions played.
It's really nice positioning actually from Celsius. You're anticipating them going aggressive through that smoke. And so he's trying to tuck close to it.
अरे इसका कभी भी आखिरी बुलेट लगता है देखे तुम
Team
लोग
Liquid are throwing at them on this map. This might really change the feel of what we're expecting on Abyss, because I got to admit, I'm coming into this one expecting dominance from Liquid. But credit to Sentinels, they have been able to get wins on Abyss. I was surprised at their success against G2 when they played it domestically in America.
Hey, NephopAnshu brother, यहाँ है लिखा हुआ है, टैग में बना
All of that being the case.
Big fan of yours, thank you. I'm the 69th subscriber.
Enough money for it.
Lovely.
Not a lot of options for Sentinels to deal with now.
Now that they're running the Tejo rather than the Sova.
Yeah. Normally
Kusna! Hey!
They're sighted here.
Looking to try to clear places out, maybe break a trip as well. Nats has also showcased in some of the regional games on Abyss an idea of running a deep camp, kind of where Camo is currently playing. So they have multiple different ways that they try to hold on to mid control and mid information.
Cleared away and now getting a bit of a move.
Dash.
Second few bullets just tagging on to
मारो,
second.
ऊपर वाले को-
It's not dealt with, so Kamek, good value to be had. Drone now going to be offloaded.
Second भाई को मारो मत ना
Here they want to try and brute force into the site.
निकाल लेती
It's going to be hard.
I believe
We said about the retake of Team Liquid unless they get a few more kills. Still, they have that player advantage.
जल्दी पुश मार दे तो
Salvo's in through the back. That's going to be flushing one of the players out, but no one was ready actually for that. Celsius. Challenge going to be incoming potentially any time now.
Shot.
There it is. Got a lot to do. Stun, good connection, slowing these players down
Shot.
to a crawl. These Cloudbursters cannot save you there. Locked out of the site. Narrate.
Shot.
Quarters.
Leo.
Combat.
अंदर
Two heads taken clean
काहे को
away.
भाई
Kiko,
पीछे
no choice but to scurry away.
पीछे काहे को भाई पीछे
Sen look very prepared against Team
Let's
Liquid's
go.
retake style on this map. We already saw in the prior round Zelsis
आज
sticking
मेरे
close to a
घर
smoke,
में
anticipating
पॉडी
flash through.
है
This time John with
बैंग
stun
भाई
out,
एक डैमेज नहीं लिया अभी
ready
ठहर के
completely to counter camo as he was trying to get through
अरे
the
जान
back
दो
in
क्यूटी
spawn
भाई आ
zone.
जाओ पीछे आ जाओ
I like that. Good positioning
खसरा
from
दे
Zelsis in
क्यूटी
both rounds,
साड़े
tucking up somewhere aggressive.
ये मस्त प्लांट है रे
And another factor to all of this that's been present all day today, Narrate is the X factor right now. He's the player that's turning up bigger and better than what he's been able to demonstrate before. He's really struggled playing Omen on this map. Even when the team has found success, he's had, you know, when we listen to the comms at various times, Narrate has sounded frustrated. On the defense side, his job is to pick up this weird mid gap.
ओ भाई
really struggles
कटप्पा
with
बैठ जा
But
प्रजा
today,
को
top the
उठा
score
रहा
on 6 and 3, he's lighting people on fire.
It's frying off.
50 hours.
Listen, when it comes to mechanical skill, Narrate, he's got it in spades. The only thing that really goes amiss for him
कितना मिनट का
sometimes
break है
is, you know, that
guys
paper mache mental, I suppose, right? I mean, I'll be upfront about it. It's it's
भाई
no
धोनी भाई देख रहे हैं
You can
मैच
tell just by listening to the replays themselves, but when he's turning up, when he's firing, it's a difference maker for Sentinels. It's forced Team Liquid onto the back foot. Immediate timeout. This is round 5 because you're going to be losing. I mean, if you count the bonus as a gun round, I mean, it's 2 back-to-back gun rounds. The economy's going to be weakened now for Liquid as well.
भाई धोनी भाई के साथ मिलना है
Liquid's
भाई
ideas have
प्लीज
really
गाइस
been
मिला
finding success.
प्लीज
Of course, the walk down mid on the pistol round was the exception to that rule. But otherwise, when Sentinels have been able to take sight and push them out, they've got pretty good control.
गैस खुला
So that
है
might influence Lohan to be talking during this tag timeout about not playing so much of a retake heavy setup, maybe giving up mid a little bit more, playing with Nats, Cam or trips towards mid and trying to hard anchor sights perhaps. Get Kiko or Camo in those kind of positions.
कई पूरे म्यूजिक डाल रहा है उसके
extremities
पीछे
or
जरूरत है क्या अभी
play inside smokes on sight. We won't see the adjustment for this round, but keep all of that in mind as we go towards round 6.
Go for Team Liquid here. Weaker money across the board, but he does have the hero rifle. Might be getting what he wished for, honestly. A lot of players running towards it.
That teleport from Narrate is a really good counter to the flash and dash recon strat that I was talking about earlier. So if they had
डबल
got that
कंट्रोल
this
कितने
round,
स्मोक मारने लगे हैं
Narrate's
दो
already up teleporting in inside the
एक
smoke
टाइम पे
with
4
flash.
स्मोक वो भी रिस्पॉन होते रहता
That's not intentional, but it doesn't matter. Zekken will do it. There's no
Like he
danger
was-
here anyway.
Might have been faking it out, I'm not too sure.
कई को टीपी
I
मारा
think
है
he missed it.
Well,
I'll give him the credit though. Yeah, he was faking it.
yes, of course.
Great fake.
That's with control up towards heaven. That flash in your face. Got to respect that one. Backing away. Sentinel's just hoping they can poke and prod.
पुश कर दे पुश कर दे पुश कर दे पुश कर दे
Themselves though, grouping up for the fight and bang. He's lucky to be alive
तो
there.
मारा
5
मैच।
HP, but as long as he stays
शॉट मारा
alive,
मैंने सही
a lot of danger is going to be removed from this round.
Zekken's got to make sure he doesn't fall.
Spike planted.
Oh, he's
Into the spawn.
किधर है
not
इन्हें
close, but he's found the perfect timing there past those players. But
Hips in the night.
they've also passed him.
Oh my
चलो जान दो
goodness. And it's all quiet.
सारों को जान दो
No sound cues to try and signal this one. Still grouped up, lined up, and Zelsis mowing them down. Camodo responds, but he wasn't expecting that, were they? Stabbed in the back. Zekken in the
Zekken
spot.
बोलते हैं चड़ी
Don't concede
खोलते
finish.
And into the next round, really key rifle round. This one coming up.
पीछे
is
से
what
आए
Lohan
पीछे से
took
चले
the
गए
tactical
वाला
timeout
सीन
for. Team Liquid
पर
need to
उन्हें शॉट
stabilize
तो
here
मारा
after
ना
3 in a row from Sentinels.
नाइट
And the problem
हेड
is,
मारा 145 दूर
send
हो
them
गया
on the
बोल के
ults. They can just decide to charge forward here with some kind of null command setup.
अरे मेरे
Armageddon for
को
post
हेड
plan. This is really difficult.
हेडे
for
हेडे
Liquid to
हेडे
hold
हेडे
on.
हेडे हेडे लगना
What's the
बस
adjustment look like? Not really. They're not playing for mid,
बस
but they're not
इंडिया
also
से दोनों
putting
को
the
जिता
cam
दो
in mid. So there's going to be a little bit of a gap there potentially.
सेंट्रल अमेरिका की टीम
But it's more heavy anchoring kind of setup from Camo and Patatek on B at least.
कहाँ फेंका है अपना वो इन्हें
Salvo sent flying.
AFK क्या Cypher
And also Nats in spawn, the purpose of that to avoid the null command.
Cypher
for Celsius,
AFK
but he's
नहीं
basically out of the round, isn't he? Until
हिला
this
हिला
KOL gets used.
Nats
Really consider it.
Nats पहले वाइपर
Salvo's
खेलता था
being
मस्त
used
वो
like
भी
that, but it
मैं
does
वाइपर को नर्फ कर देते
essentially
रे
force Kamek to keep a watchful eye through mid. The door's broken right off the rip. Flash through to re-clear through main. No one home from Team Liquid.
मार
They have
चक्कू
players
मार
at the back of the side. Now that no command Armageddon will be used in conjunction. See if they can carve out a path onto the side. And not anticipating it. What a beautiful position to play by Kiko. Nat is straight into the fray. Dropping down and away in a reaction. And distraction is all that is needed.
What a great adjustment there. What a perfect play coming out of the tactical timeout. Instead of playing that retake style, they flood in, they get aggressive, and Kiko, even though he wasn't able to use his smokes, he plays around the opponent's cloudburst, tucks in.
Perfect position.
Isolates the angles. And Zelsis, he thought he was clear. He's wandering in with util in his hand.
Chalo, chalo. It's okay, we can do it!
And that's what we wanted to see from Liquid.
उसमें एक था इसका नाम
Back
याद नहीं
to
आ
it
रहा
though,
था
and
जिसके
Sentinel's
बाल
not
थे
slowing down whatsoever, are they?
ऐसा पीछे बांधता था स्क्रीम क्रीम कुछ
Prone
तो
to
नाम
lead
था
the
इसका
way, up top, Blade Storm in hand, Zekken slices and dices but finally gets his target.
और एक
Drops him
सेकंड और
down,
एक
70 HP left, Paranoia connects, but a lot to deal with here. Wait a second, still the open box with a cloudburst into the back. That signifies absolutely everything.
Oh!
Turn on fire, Paddy's there. Equivalent exchange, but still
Pathetic,
that
Baba.
advantage for
Pathetic.
Liquid. John with the plan, he's alone onto the site.
मार ले जाऊँ
Almost entirely. Just the Sentinels playing off. John's got to be
पीछे भागना का ट्राई
big
करना
for them.
चाहिए
Maybe if he can pull out some of that util from Liquid. Good anchor smoke as well for him to play around, but Nats is fully aware of this one with the shorty. Yep, skipping a hop. But into his face still. Only 2 players left alive now, and Team Liquid have got a lot to do. They're up left again. Revealing positions. But everybody dropping. And speaking of dropping, Nats with a perfect lineup. The damage done. Softened up the rate. 4-piece for Nats.
What a beast! What an absolute beast Nats is! He saves his team. His calling's been spectacular on the attack sides, and all year this year he has been pulling out multi-frag rounds just like that. He hits him with the Red Bull clutch in a spot that, I mean, the double kill. Yeah, out of the back of the smoke dissipating is pure vintage Nats Phantom Spray control with 2 targets lined up. I think he was anticipating the trade coming earlier on. Eventually takes down the 8. That's a round to play.
कोई ना
Beautiful work.
NT
Right when they needed it too.
Head scratcher for John. How do we lose that? And Sentinels are going to take the tactical timeout after the Red Bull
टाइम
clutch.
कोई ना guys come back
It's interesting as well, just if you think about how these two teams
यार
have been
Zekken कहाँ
formed.
से
John
कहाँ गया
used to
बे,
be a Sentinel
बेचारा
IGL
मार
as well. Nats is the only Sentinel IGL at Masters Bangkok. The meta has moved completely away from that, and yet Nats is still having so much
start होगा?
success calling around himself on the attack side
ठीक है,
with his
2-0
Viper
करो.
setups or his Cypher setups, and still being able to perform wonderfully. In this map, Sentinels don't run a traditional
cutie.
Senti.
Hey, what's
But
up?
on the others,
Anshu.
they've
You
kind
know,
of
I
shoved
know, you
Zelsis
know.
onto that role as John
Yeah.
seeks better pastures
mid.
to call from.
Okay.
But
Let Zekken
you only have
go
to look
anywhere
across the
he
stage
wants.
to see an example of somebody doing
It's
it
easier, yeah.
superbly.
I think.
Yeah, and that's
Let
does do it
you
all
hit.
quite well.
I will ask you to hit B.
Haven't seen too many examples of it in this
Go
series,
B,
but you know,
catch
he does
the
adjust
balls
setups for really aggro
Kaiko.
information with his cams sometimes on a
And Camo.
defense. Give him that
Pathetic,
edge, I
Baba,
imagine, with
pathetic.
his calling overall, but
Pathetic Nat.
no
You are
change
losing to
in
Nat,
play
bro.
for
Pathetic.
Sentinels. They want to run it right back at
They're standing on the
Liquid
board.
once more. That's okay. Well, Cloudburst went miles up and over here. Suppression across the board onto a multitude of targets. Team Liquid, it's all been slowed. Causing a bit of concern for them still. It's a flash that doesn't really quite connect to the refight. It's Sublime!
अबे क्या मारे जा रहे हैं अभी लोग तो?
Liquid! Flawless in motion.
That's a brawl, that's a team fight. Sentinels thought that they'd managed to get an option in there. They tried to double swing it.
कुछ भी मार दे रहे अब तो ये
Zekken
लोग.
came around, danger there, around the cliff at the same time as John swung through. But there wasn't really any utility going back onto these guys. The rest of Team Liquid were able to fight with 3. Caught them in the crossfires. Kaplan is not happy about that one. I think he'd be expecting at least a flash to come out from Zelsis to assist them.
I think it was. I think he missed.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Brutal.
A little bit too far back. Past the box where the players were perched up, but for now,
Doable.
towards round 9, and this is different from Sentinels walking forwards.
This trip has been here pretty much every time, but you don't have a shock dart to go up and break it.
The downside to running the Teo. You could commit a salvo for it, but TP up top.
देखा
Hammock
देखा
has been
देखा
inside
उन्हें
vents
देखा
basically
देखा.
every round.
Chance for a fight. It's Kamek and Narrate, they spot each other out here.
They're very solo, Sentinels.
Yeah, into the danger zone here is individualistic, updraft the movement. Second barely alive, shredded to pieces in the process. At least he didn't give up the kill, and now putting the squeeze onto these B players, but as you said, it's individualistic and a little bit uncertain from Sentinels. Paranoia sweeps forwards, nade, it's going to be rebounding, ult popped off, but well, the gun just wasn't out. Couldn't have anything to play around here. He's on a bit of an island. Doesn't really know where these players might be. Still damaged, the rate from the side, that's a bullet to the temple.
3v3. Let's go.
He's coming around deep from B main. I don't think they're thinking about it yet.
अरे एक जना इधर से आ रहा है मेन से आ रहा है एक जना
they can try and force that fight out, and now they're going to be aware of it. Paid the price in blood with Bang going down, jumping through, and the gun, well, Utah was just pulled out there, so it's an instant trade off.
Nice one.
Wins his. The most important fight that he could possibly do. 6 bullets left, and the dad is dealt with. They know where the last player is. It's planted for him on top of it. Kamek, defuse, sticking.
Nice one.
Head just poking up. It's enough for Narrate to work with.
Let's go.
And a Red Bull clutch at that.
He's been so good
Jacket
today.
with packet.
It really makes all the difference for Sentinels having him come online. We were looking at a Smokes v Smokes matchup here, thinking, well, Kiko, he's been on fire. He's been a top 5 player, arguably, heading into this event. But it's all Narrate right now in terms of the Smokes impact on Abyss. Not that Kiko's having a bad game either, by the way. But it's just Narrate is finding them openings, finding the clutches. He's helping keep Sentinels in a game where Team Liquid otherwise are pretty favored on this map.
Sentinels looking to run this one back again. This time they have an abundance of ults. All going to be utilized here. And Armageddon's going to be forcing Camo out of the fight here. Salvo's up through heaven as well. There will be no swing occurring. What just happened? How has that happened? What just occurred? Team Liquid gifted a lifeline, but Senna trying to batter their way back into the round.
You can't win a round where 2 of your players jump off the cliff.
Gotta see a replay after that, but still, they're fighting tooth and nail. They don't want to give this one up. What a blunder.
कैसा गिर गए दो लोग?
Outplay. Yet to be seen, but the round has been slowed down all the way through.
यार blunder. Anti कोई ना.
It's got to have been a blunder. They must have body blocked each other. They must have body blocked each other in midair. There was no assist. There's no trip there. There's no bullet tag. I think that's just a straight up beef.
एक दूसरे को चुम्मा दे गिर गए हैं.
Trouble is, Nat's full setup, still active, still alive.
And
a double push down mid. John might not be long for this ward. He's making all the noise into the ward and they're creeping forwards. Can't even isolate a fight. Leaves it to the 1v3. Zelsis has been tested.
खत्म Zelsis मार दे उसके मार. Zelsis निकाल देता. I trust Zelsis as my dick.
It's been a rarity for him, but he needs to isolate at least one of these fights. Team Liquid are not giving him anything. Cam was still up, getting that info, and yeah, instantaneous.
I trust now also.
Trade reciprocated, and I gotta see that replay, man.
Yeah, we've got to see what happened there.
I gotta see it.
I mean, what just occurred? Sentinels lost not just 1 player, but 2 right as they were about to run their execute. What is going on here?
Oh no.
They body blocked each other. They must have done. Yep, they both went for the jump at the same time.
No.
कोई ना रे कभी-कभी होता रे भाई.
That's brutal, man.
हंसा होने अरे फिर गाली देते बहन के नाम बोल के फिर कोई ना कुछ होता रे कभी-कभी.
I mean, the suppression coming through as well. Zekken couldn't even use the updraft to save himself in that spot. How do you pick yourself up after that?
The gift from the gods for
अब उसकी भी गलती नहीं थी, उसकी भी नहीं थी. उन्हें भी जाना चाह रहा था, उन्हें भी जाना ही चाह रहा था.
With 2 Sentinels players.
Slip it up.
पर Zekken आ तो सकता था वापस वो मार के updraft.
Similar play seen from Sentinels before, but last time it was individualistic. Here's a no command. It's going to be emanating out now.
That's caught the timing.
Out onto the side, Paddy from the side, and that's still active, still kicking, and so is Camo. In through, they cannot get this guy out of here. Finally removed from the fight and the fray, but again, open sight lines up through the top, and that's a wide swing. It's relentless from Liquid. They can sense it. There's weakness in the air from Sentinels, so they're just putting out right now. Team Liquid happy to stamp them out.
That's brilliant identification from Nats.
अरे कब स्टार्ट होगा भाई मैच?
Basically the exact same round a couple ago. Ended up in that B split. Nats identified that this round was exactly the same as soon as they broke his trip. I mean, he's taking this timing around behind Narrate super quickly and calling for the full rotate of everybody into the B split. This is what the difference looks like when you know this kind of hit is coming. That's what prep looks like.
match Sen जीत जाती ना कोडरो.
It's rapid once more here. There's no slowing down. Last round of this first half of Abyss.
इन्हें gun क्यों नहीं खरीदा?
Really brought to a crawl. It's a dart up into their face as well. The dash. Oh, he's just trying to find usage out of it. I mean, Zekan being forced into the fight once more. Out
nice one.
To main. Coming.
Let's go.
Expecting that from the side. Oh my. It's odds and ends. It's scraps from Sentinels that they managed to bring into this one.
And it's a great teleport from the Ray. Deep onto default, getting himself into a position to use the judge. They've salvaged this.
They have certainly still.
ये तो थ्रो नहीं होता.
Rick hasn't found a rifle into the process here. He's got a judge out back. And Heaven's not watched for. Yeah,
ये थ्रो था.
To just jump out wide. No one was watching his back. I felt like he was forced to make a fight. You cannot drop the ball like this. Nats, defuse, sticking. Smoke in his face, he's got that safety here. Right clicks with the classic, but Alva's been hurt by bullets.
Let's go! Let's go!
He had to deliver! And he certainly did when his team needed it most.
What a sick way to end the half there for Sentinels. They managed to recover this round with bad weaponry, and it all looked like it was going wrong up until the end. Bang, what a demon.
Similar scenes to that first map that we've seen, 7 to 5, but listen, can Team Liquid drag it back to stay alive in Bangkok?
Attack!
Red Bull gives you wings.
We don't want wings. When game. आज 1 घंटे का रहता है या आधे घंटे का रहता है? आबिश क्या नाम है भाई? Okay, hear me out. I watched the first season of Tariq stream today. I am so shame and what a play by it. Oh my god. He played good. The real MVP. Yes. Hello?
Just
yes,
shy of 2 rounds here. Liquid are going to be holding on to that lead. They're going to hope to just stretch it that much further as well. Onto their comfort pick of Abyss.
So who is this, bro?
Despite the blunders, the missteps,
who is this?
They've made it competitive.
Which brother?
They certainly haven't. Credit to them for that. On map 1 though, we saw a pretty similar occurrence. It was 7-5 at the half.
Yes,
and
brother.
Who
is
ran
this?
Away with things. Team Liquid were left with only
name
2 in
your
their
do you have name or you're just named as brother?
Maybe there's an opportunity here for something similar.
Neeraj, bro. I have brother who called us.
You think back to even the games where Team Liquid was not playing
that also
as well in EMEA.
How you can be 2 person at same time?
And a lot of that was just how clean their executes are on their attack side.
I'm doing it, bro. I'm on the stream. That's the reason I'm fucking playing with you.
One of the sites over and over and over again. And right now on the pistol, there's nobody.
मैं coaching दे रहा हूँ Sentinels को.
Inside here, and up through mid, around. No noise made. Maybe an attempt to catch Nats here with a trip going down. It actually does signify quite a lot, and they want to double face him. Yep, Sen cleaned him up. IGL out of the picture, but that fast forward, Team Liquid are going to be taking the space towards the B side, getting that plan down. No pushback, and another player themselves. Team Liquid, they understand the necessity of risks. You're a player down. Try and take the fight up close and personal. Camo, he's got the one, dash forwards and back and around. Camo, too much to overcome. It's nice in the micro. Sen getting a bit of a move on. Two left to stand. Kamek,
Bro,
Kiko,
what happened, bro?
what can you do
Why
from this
disgusting?
spot?
Ah!
Finding your ones. Tapping away with a ghost in hand. This is it.
Abbe, kaise
Discipline
through?
and aim at its core. But it leaves it down to that 1v1. John QT, just 10 HP to work with. Kiko, jump spot. Shot doesn't land as well. It's an impossibility.
Shit! Just cut the phone,
And
yo.
Kiko somehow
Neeraj, cut the phone.
just finds
Please.
that light at the end of the tunnel for Liquid.
Bye.
That's a monstrous clutch.
Yay!
Two
Hey,
players
fans
did
का
so
phone आप
much.
देता कभी.
That's the kind of Kiko that you've been seeing all
अरे
year
अच्छा
in
जीत रहे थे
EMEA's
ना रे हम
kickoff.
लोग तो.
I love the strategy from Sentinels. I think they came out with a really nice anti here on the pistol. Hardcore punishing the normal Cypher default that a lot of the time Nats is going to be doing on the attack side. But,
Hey.
I mean, Liquid, this is individualism towards the end.
GG
Nice
ना.
team play as well, covering
GG
angles
तो
for
नहीं.
each other. But mostly just shots hit.
Yes, Sen got this. अबे वो लोग अच्छा रीड दे रहे रे.
Call is made.
लोग जो साइड पे
Kiko
और
round
उसका
straps for
opposite ही जा रहे हैं.
Sentinels. Team Liquid will be pretty quickly realizing that this is going to be an open A site.
It's the wildebeests crossing the Serengeti here. They are stomping through the spawn from west to east.
क्या घूम के जा रहे हैं लोग.
It's going to put a little bit of pressure on Kamek and Nats.
They will. So it's going to be broken here, but yeah, awareness from Liquid, and they make a call, a reaction of their own. They want to flip the site. The trouble is, plan is not really there for them.
रीड गलत जा रहा है
It's
लोग
plan
का.
for main and heaven.
But also
मैं जो रीड
Sentinels
लिख के गया था वो रीड पे नहीं जा रहे
reaction,
लोग.
and now they're going up
Okay.
towards heaven. I mean, they might end up just trying to die to Spike here.
Most
This,
likely, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a slow round.
listen, at that point though, just
इन लाख उस
throw
लोगों को पॉइंट
yourselves-
देने से अच्छा मर ही जाएंगे हल्के
the
सीन.
We're
abyss.
not wasting our time.
quite, quite. But I mean, they're waiting for Zelsis to try to play some exits at the moment.
See if they can get an elite.
Ah, surprise, motherfucker!
Okay.
Imagine dying.
यार मारता ना मजा आता रे कामों को. कामों काप जाता.
Go base jumpers.
Dragging it out.
Maybe they're scarred.
Easy,
from
easy,
accidentally
easy.
throwing themselves off the map earlier.
Yeah.
They don't want to
Yeah.
relive the same thing. Second and narrator like, I am never going down there again.
Don't blame them.
मारना उसको.
Headshot.
Okay. Clean round.
तू गया कामों. तू गया काम से कामों.
Potentially handed to them, and yeah,
तू जो किया हरकत.
to the body. It's getting a bit personal
इसके
potentially
बाद
here.
तो तू डिजर्व नहीं करता.
Reminder, it is do or die for Liquid though.
गया. तू गया.
Strong start to Abyss. Kept it going.
A split.
कितना
Super
डब्बू
fast
दबा
here,
दिया
actually.
It's going to be applying quite a bit of pressure now onto the Sentinels players. If they can push them back, it was a knife thrown back. It doesn't really deny the drone from sweeping through. Liquid have got that space, but it's an anchor smoke. And how do you get through this one? Nats wants to leap right
Let's
there.
go.
Bang!
Let's go.
Bang! It's a three-piece. Can't quite manage the
Let's
ball,
go.
But honestly, it's a miracle.
1v3
in
easy
itself.
guys. Let's slow.
And it
Let's
leaves it
slow.
just down to Kamek.
Easy, easy, easy. Let's go.
1v3 scenario. Plant stuck. At least wants the money for his troubles. The drone's going to be spotting him way out there. And he's removed from the picture.
इसका दिमाग देख रहे क्यूटी का. अगर पीछे लग जाओ पीछे मारने के लिए मुड़ता
They'll have
उसको
Bang
मार
to
के.
thank, I think.
वैसा
The
दिमाग.
2 rounds that Bang has given them have been massively important. Got them round 12 to make the half doable, and then has stopped the bonus round in its tracks there. Nats makes a call to jump into the smoke together. I think Camo was not only just a fraction late, but I think he also got caught by a flash. And the timing just didn't work there. It was a nice call to double up in the smoke.
नहीं मारना रे जेल्सियस को. जेल्सियस को एक बार नाइफ करे लोग हार गए.
Tears him to pieces.
Even footing, round 16.
Cricket start होएगा आज.
Guns in everybody's hands.
I'm wondering if at some point here Team Liquid are going to call a bit of a slower round, because one of the biggest problems that I was seeing with Sentinel's defense in America's kickoff was this gap over towards mid. They don't have the Sentinel, so there's no trip, there's no cam, but also they were just leaving Narrate to just kind of hold it as he is in this round. And if you pressure Narrate out, it creates a lot of timing gaps. Sen was struggling with that, and I feel like Nats is the perfect player to either call around it
जल्दी
or
जल्दी.
just find his own
पे तो
lurk timings
जिकिन भाई
around it.
जिकिन भाई के पास
He's one of the greatest lurkers we've seen in the game.
मैं फिर इतने चौड़ में ठहरे हुए उधर.
Bit of pressure though.
जिकिन का confidence है. उसका aim पे उसको बहुत confident है.
Hoping that they've pulled players from Sentinels that they can anchor over. Make the B side a little bit more weaker. There's a lot of util as well yet to be expended, and now
nice!
Send it, but right into the bullets, and the open arms here of Zekin still. It's exchanged.
Lands be like 2 share to me, share.
Nats. TP though. Let's see if they can see this fight occurring. Nats is the one who's trying to take point and contact right into the fight once more, spraying it down.
Nice one, cutie!
Oh my god, man! Still tries to retreat, tries to escape, and Zeltis just
nice one!
Back in, picks off Kiko. Kamek once more left in an almost impossible scenario. And impossible is where it will stay.
Bang bang.
Dead even that round.
Bang bang.
Zelsis was able to get the
bang bang. Bang bang.
Honestly, normally expect to go the other way, right? Kiko has just been so good for those 1v1 scenarios, and Zelsis comes out on top. Every time there was a kill, though, immediately traded. Like, for example, here, they barely spot a glimpse of each other, but Nats manages to get that one out. The double kill from John as well, though, deserves so much credit. Oh, yeah. And Team Liquid have bad money now. This map has not really played out how I was
Get some money, la! Let's go, la!
Team Liquid to be getting a bit more of an advantage in these fights, causing a lot of pressure through mid on their site exits.
फिर से भी करते रहे जाके फिर से रोटेट भी करते मिड लेते नहीं तो अब बी पे एंट्री नहीं है देख लो इन लोग को लंड पे एंट्री नहीं होता है लोग से एंट्री नहीं होगा नहीं होगा ब्रो ये अब ड्रैप डैश मारेंगे सोच रहा बाहर से मारने तो बाहर से डैश ले कर लिया
going to carve and cleave its way into the side, but the right here's that TP. It's going to be calling that there could be a playmaker inside that smoke, and almost adjust the aim in time. Spam was necessary. Zelsis able to clean this one up. Paddy rifle picked up into the upgrade, but so much to do, and not enough resources at his disposal. This is Sentinels now.
Zekin bolte, Shady kolte.
The last 2 rounds, Sentinels have had a 3-player stack on the site that Team Liquid has gone for. They're getting the right read on where the exec is going to end. And they're also rotating very quickly to reinforce these positions. I think Team Liquid need to get Nats activated on the lurk. He's following them in the midst of the site execs. You see him here, entering. He's got to be lurking. I think that's got to be the way that you punish the fact that Sentinels are stacking the correct area, over-rotating, don't have the Sentinel utility in mid. Obviously, that's buying that value. And at the moment, they're just playing things fairly straight up, fairly standard. Yeah. And it's not...
Shine everything NHK what? दो दे दियो साइन NHK यार गिल की छपरी सी फोटो हटाओ यार बेचारे की अभी तक यही फोटो लगा के रखे तुम लोग बेचारा इतना रन स्कोर करे अभी भी यही फोटो इसका बेचारा रे लॉन्डिया लोग मरते हैं बेचारे के ऊपर
Got to try and get something back on your side of things here. Momentum is on the side of Sentinels. And it's elimination. There's no second chances. Might have the lead for now, but it's been slipping away.
Bang,
and if Sen win this one 2-0, they're going to be feeling primed to go forwards. Feeling great for their chances to be able to make it through the playoffs.
It's early days yet into this round, but just from the glimpse of it, Kiko goes on to the paranoia. Not going to be able to use that anytime soon.
How many caught there? 2, 3? I don't think Paddy Tech got seen, so maybe only Kiko and Camo. They're expecting something through mid. I mean, they are thinking ahead already that out of the tactical timeout, Nats is going to try to be lurking mid. There are 3 players watching it.
Isolated as a result of it. Here it is, TP's off and around to the side here, bang! There's the challenge, flashing up and over, there's a dart on top of it, too much to overcome here. Players weren't in position, as you mentioned, Sentinels were anticipating a mid-play. Slow down a bit now though, Zekin with the operator in hands. It's going to be awkward to try and play this retake, unless he's gifted one, which he is. The deep peek by Kiko does not come up with anything at all. Team Liquid, it's an aggro hold out towards the back.
Shot!
And god damn man, I mean Zekin, he's not slowing down. Alongside his team, the blades whistled away. Kamek with a chance, but
what the
contain. That is unbelievable.
The multi-frag rounds coming out from Team Liquid. Nats earlier on and Kamik now. They should not be able to find the opportunities to do this kind of stuff.
कितना मारे हमारा लौंडा भाई सेकंड भाई.
It felt like the operator had found its value. The trade from Zelsis late.
एक बुलेट का था.
John with a bit of a whiff and Narrate was not in position. Both trade timings too slow. And look at the frustration building over there. And that's only from one round being lost, by the way. SEN, other than that, still pretty much in control of the half. And their ideas worked. They read the fact that Nats was going to go for the lurk play. Here, do they read this?
Oh my, the dart reveals it. Kiko steps forwards. It's coverage.
Nice shot, nice trade, nice trade, nice
up and over the
trade.
shoulder, but you've removed Zekken from mid. Leaves massive hole in the defense. They are seeking to reclaim a bit of information, a bit of space. Going to be gathered, at least with the drone being broken. And the rate. Time to shine, son! Armageddon is the cherry on top. Not quite necessary, but listen, that was primed and ready before he got the three-piece.
And they did just lose a 1v4.
Surely.
Then there's nobody looking. He is not looking.
Timing.
Oh, Camo, snappy. Good adjustment with the spray, but now he's revealed his hand and the position at that Narrate. Backing himself around here to pull and a flash.
Camo
is in no man's land. So many things that have to go right. It's
Let's
just
go.
Not tonight.
कौन था रे अभी क्लच किया सब परिचित हो जाते हैं क्या दिन दिन
come out with a really good set play. Their macro ideas brilliant to be able to open that up and create the gap in mid. And individualism, the multi-frag round on the side of Sentinels instead. Narrate, the player that's been, in my opinion, performing the best for SEN so far today.
Bang, छोटे भाई बड़े भाई
streaking out ahead with a really
10-9 होता था.
Just as he was looking frustrated coming off the previous one too.
I mean 9.
Not allowing his emotions to affect his game, or at least negatively affect his game. Powered by rage.
Off नहीं उठे वो लोग.
Slow going by Team Liquid here.
आप उठा लेते यार.
Money's not good.
Yeah, the eco's
Down up and over. This signals the hit's going to be coming through. Oh my god, Zekken, he just couldn't quite survive there. Had to dash out to the fight, but Camo locked on. Player potentially spotted here. There's Bladestorm still, and he's hopping, skipping up and around in the rate. Finds himself another one. Paranoia sweeps back and away. TP to safety. Buying time for the rest of his team to get back in. John is perched up onto the high ground, and Kiko rips his head clean off anyway. Decapitates from that position. It's a 3 versus 4. The gun advantage for Sentinels, but that might not matter at all. Team Liquid start hitting these shots. Hard committed, up onto the side. Team Liquid already one step ahead, trying to play around the Cosmic Divide. TP up and away. Paditek, he's got walkabout. He's running straight into the Amazon Rivers. A Biden moment potentially, but listen, SEN are all over this site. He's grabbed right behind him, and a classic.
Sentinels navigate the chaos to draw us level at 10-10.
कुछ अलग ही मारा रे ज़ेकन पलट के.
Difficult round. Team Liquid made them sweat. But as the rifles come back on board, I feel like this map has been constantly both teams making adjustments to what the other is running and trying to anticipate what the adjustment is going to be before they even go for it. We already saw the round where they took the tactical timeout, Team Liquid, and Nats went for the lurk. That was caught by Sentinels.
We're doing it. Let's go.
Bit of self-belief. Nats is in mid again.
No emphasis placed though by Team Liquid to try and get a lurk going. Slow going for the first 10 seconds. Drone once more. Might find the back, and it does tag.
3 players ready to fight this. Team Liquid keep going into the stacked site. They have really struggled to find the weak one.
He spots it. Can't get the damage in, but okay. Well, dashing forwards into the smoke. Can't really survive that one. Too much spam occurring. Hunter's Fury. Kamik, he's desperate for the connection, desperate for a kill to potentially help his team out. Well, okay, flash up and over. Bang trying to play off it, but be going straight to the grave as a response.
Spike planted.
Delta's peppering away. hoping he can get a few of these tags onto these players.
To Cliff, and the salvos are going to connect.
And here it is, pushing them out wide into the open still. A lot to account for, a lot to contest with. Sentinels leaves it down to second. And with the tap, fades away. Smoke in the face of Palitech, not to be denied that kill. It's just these players in this server, man, they're taking time, taking their own turns to turn up.
Yeah, that's a massive 4K for Palitech. He had 6 kills before the start of this round. He almost doubles them here, playing in a really difficult situation too. The ideas were not bad from Sen. They had a flash there for Bang to try to swing out, and then they knife to see if anybody's Cliff, and because they are, they double salvo.
Pathetic, Baba. Pathetic. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
But Patty still delivers. Gets the 4K by tucking around behind the salvos. And Liquid take one more step further towards sending us to bind.
Praying for it. Bit of spam second. Dash to get the hell out of there, and a speed up called for Team Liquid.
अरे फिर से बाहर से उड़ के आता है
This is the weak site finally. Nats has discovered it. They're not
getting through.
It's all right. That was just a teleport.
What? You're right into the sight line of Zekken. Tracking the money, he's lucky enough to do that damage as well. He's found himself his team an advantage.
You'd expect Team Liquid to go for some kind of post-plant aggression here. They've been doing it every time they're down.
इनका ललटा भी नहीं है जल्दी घुस जाओ रे इनसे कुछ ना होता
They're all just playing off site apart from Kiko. I mean, he is got to be the hero here for Liquid.
Knife tags one. That was Kiko. Comes up onto the site, immediately dealt with 3 players.
कुछ ना होता है लोगों से बैठो डिफेंस पे बैठो
Gonna need a miracle. Util already expended, and this is it. Send a swarm in the site. Full control, up and over it, Bang, sticking onto the defuse now, Dart. It's barely even a warrior to the back of their minds, and the bullets
easy, easy.
बढ़िया है. A little bit too much. Sender's raising up walls in front of Team Liquid. And look at that string of rounds on the timeline, man. It's a sea of green for Sentinels on that defense.
The opening kill on the camo is brutal. Team Liquid needed more ideas in the post plant. They just ended up falling back, and Senna super happy to play retakes in those situations if you give them all the time and all the space. 11-11.
टाइम आउट मत लो रे प्लीज बहुत भयंकर बैंड टाइम आउट मत लो
Nats and Paddy have only got classics, Sheriff to be able to work with, and they're finally doing something through mid. Team Liquid have not done very many of these slow defaulty kind of rounds. Not exactly sure why.
मार दिया रे बैंग भी मारा पलट के.
He's hoping to retreat back over towards heaven, so hoping to pick for the way a Team Liquid drone. Paranoid. Oh, you're taking a peek and a wonder. No, wait. Very much alone.
I mean, this is going to be a thrifty here.
I mean, it definitely is. Zelsis now is entirely isolated and he's going to be squeezed at a moment's notice.
Pathetic, Baba.
Pathetic. Defense.
This was too easy. As soon as Team Liquid put a couple of bodies in mid and tried to split, they've destroyed.
यार ये मैच के बाद तो मैं जा रहा हूँ.
Stop doing the XX, guys.
India Pakistan is important, guys.
Maybe you should just play mid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That
is what I'm saying.
Brings them to 12.
जाके तू है मेरी वफा.
Just in terms of
pathetic.
Where the momentum's lied, it's felt like Sen just had it in full control, even though Team Liquid were bringing it ahead by a few rounds, thanks to the pistol rounds.
आज कमाएंगा ये flaws निकाल लिए रे ये लोग.
We were actually thinking, if you want to take things back to what we were discussing on Lotus, we said
मैं बोल रहा हूँ Sen जीत जाती. तुम लोग मेरे को लिख के ले लो. तब मैं हूँ Sen का supporter हूँ.
Because it's their map pick.
लाल चड्डी कसम.
I think the same could be said here. The fact that Team Liquid get pushed so close on a map that they're 4-0 at, and Yitsu
मैंने चड्डी न उतारी ना.
मेरी team in EMEA on Abyss.
Timing हो गया रे.
There's only one round in it right now, and we're in the final round of regulation. We might be going OT.
उसके balls पे back हो गया.
2-0.
Most important one to play for. 12.
इनारे सिरना को पकड़ो रे छोटो.
There is that frustration.
It's a tactical timeout for Sentinels. I think you've got to anticipate some kind of mid play and a split again, because it worked so well in round 23. You're telling me Nats goes
George 20 runs. Don't X6
I can't see it. I feel like if you're Kaplan in this moment and you're thinking about a strat, it's got to be to do with either holding mid with
the boundary size,
taking a deep line, trying to do a walk down mid, do some kind of collapse onto Nats, assuming that he's going to lurk. That's where my head would be going for a defensive game plan to drag things into overtime. Because Zelsis has also got the null command for the retake, so you're not as worried about trying to find it difficult to get back through the post plant. They're going to have no util.
Team Liquid, they should be set up, primed and ready for potential map 3 to bring it all the way as well. A chance for that second lease of life into
OT हो जाए friends.
Bangkok Masters.
OT. Anshu के मुंह में go OT.
They are scrapping together a buy. I was thinking maybe they wouldn't be able to get any sort of buys going together, but Zelsis, he had money for a rifle of himself. He gave it over to Narrate. Don't blame him for that. Narrate has been frying, opts into the stinger himself.
अरे पेद्दा बड़ा गेम खेल रहे हैं.
Team Liquid. Yeah, okay. But only one player has regen armor, and that's Zelsis.
Knife out. Sliders and jiggles. We see in and hearing the drone. Knife sweeping forward. It's going to be cancelling that one out, pound for pound.
I didn't quite see, but
समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
Team Liquid also have rifles that they can go back to here, right? It was just the start of the round. But they got, yeah, here they are. Okay. So there is a hidden arsenal back here that allows us to play with some better weaponry.
So reaching the minimark. Tension in the air.
They haven't actually found any information. They don't know what the defensive setup looks like here at all. And Nats is not going to go mid. The drone fully clearing out mid. And they're going into the heavy, strong side of Sentinels again. These are the kind of rounds that have not worked for Liquid.
Flash up and over, dash forwards as well! No way! The race is
nice
a menace to society! And he's put a stop
nice one!
Away.
Let's go!
What's that exec? We're going to OT!
Let's go! Let's go!
Team Liquid banking
go!
So heavily on the fact that Zen were going to do something aggro in that round.
Let's go, second!
With Outlaws, and then they just decided
Let's go!
to go into pick a site randomly
and
decide to go into it. The execute heavy style here today has not worked. And the deeper we go into overtime, the more I'm feeling like Sentinels are going to get into the groove. Narrate has nearly dropped 30 kills. Still outperforming the Omen on the other side when Kiko's putting up a great performance of his own and has been all year.
This is all in by Sentinels. It looks like it, and Team Liquid are going to be stacking this with 3 bodies of their own. Salvos primed. Contact most of the way. Paddy's going to be holding on to that knife now. The Salvos clearing away.
Gande players.
To a degree. That's going to be suppression, yeah, across the board. You've got to call for a cancel, surely, if you're Sentinels. Been slowed down here.
निकल गया.
Play by Team Liquid.
मस्त निकलता है नहीं.
Up over centers. You have no prior map control. Wasn't a slow default. You were all into the play, and once more you're going to go for the re-hit once now. The Cloudburst at your feet, Camo, perched up high and mighty! And a crossfire is elite!
एस निकाल मैं लंड का बाल मैं लौड़े का बाल लगाता हूँ यूट्यूब कराम.
Not long for the world there.
इन लोगों का ओटी मतलब
they find themselves on the brink of getting to map 3.
We'll see whether they can convert their second attempt at a map point. The re-hit here from Sen, they got completely cancelled out. They were hoping that the rest of Team Liquid had spread out around the map, but there were still 3 players here.
Okay, time for a break.
Nats had his Sentinel utility over towards A. They double cleared mid.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Zekans picked up the op here in what could be the last round of Abyss. He's hoping that he's going to be able to find Nats. He picked him through a smoke last time he brought the op over here. That's so unlucky.
BJP का लेके घूम
No, is that there's no shot. That's a lineup. Is that a lineup?
It's a lineup.
That's crazy.
We can take control potentially of mid. That's insane.
Wait, that's so nerdy.
क्या सीन हारेंगे या जीतेंगे मेरे को तो जीतेंगे लगता है रे सन बहुत
He's been a playmaker, but what a timing to take. Surely that's it for Liquid. Celsius. No hope in hell. He's trying to spray away, but running out of bullets, and Zekan now forced to play the retake with the op. Now listen, done damage with this into the pass, but up close, flash into the peak. Bloody hell, even a reveal on top of him, Camo still can't quite claim it. Spam countered over, the rifle players just can't get it done. They can't remove this guy. Surely this is it. Tapping away rifle aim on point for Team Liquid.
नहीं GG तो नहीं है.
They dominated all the appropriate angles. Kiko falls though. taken out. Heaven still not dealt with. Player up top, Zekken. This is precise. Dashes forward to escape that ire. Camo spamming away up on top of the ropes. He knows the damage has been done with a shorty, but time ticking, needs to be held. John.
Let's go!
I don't think they have it, Bren. Oh! I got panicked.
बोला नहीं वाला निकाल लेते बल्कि.
But they still
Let's
have
go.
a second on the clock.
When Iron का 14 trust on Sentinels.
But they did an amazing job there on the retake.
भाई ये तो उसको पहले मारना था इसके लिए
out of these spots. But the rest of Sentinels came swarming forwards and picked up all the rest of the support staff. How's John managed to get these final two? Paddy was shooting him in the side of the head. Couldn't get it.
Oh, ऐसे हो गया रे.
John performing like a beast was one of the reasons that Sen ended up getting to where they are right now. He had a tournament in kickoff on an individual level, even when the whole team dynamic of Sentinels was not quite working. And now they're going to take a tactical timeout, reset, try to calm down the adrenaline that must have been rushing after that round. If you're Liquid in that spot, you think you've already won.
You're kicking yourself, man. You're kicking yourself.
And also, they're going to be thinking back to those kind of situations when they reared them their head against EDG on Split, the missed Astra pull, a similar kind of situation around that you're supposed to close out deep in overtime, and you don't.
Those tiny mistakes can snowball to absolute disaster. Team Liquid pushed and pressured. I mean, both teams on their map picks, but honestly, it's a bit of a difference here because we're talking up Liquid like they should be heavy favorites when we headed over to Abyss. It's 13-13.
चलो.
It's almost like Senna playing for house money at this point.
There's only been one blowout half in the map so far. Second half of Lotus. Senna, super fast up mid here. So they've done this before and it ended in a B split. They broke a trip that was around here. Zekken realizes it's not in place this round.
Salvos might have been used. I'm not too sure where they placed them, but
I mean, there's double trips over towards A as well, so.
Not like paranoia early anyway. This is putting the pressure. Potential squeeze, but it's cold.
I think this is a fake. They're faking the B split to try to trigger the same reaction out of Team Liquid, and they're going to end A.
Zekken, he's hunting, hoping. Can't quite pounce on the opportunity that was that kill in Kamek.
क्या करना चाह रहा है Zekken भाई?
Hold it down on top of it. It's a fake dash forwards into the smoke, but Supplementary Util narrate is up in the face of a potential player, and that IGL up through into the smoke as well, and it's damage.
ओए होए डिफरेंस लगा दिए रे.
Still moving forwards here.
इन्हें लोए.
That's crumbling. Kamek to the side.
Nice
The
one.
timing's just so damn unfortunate.
Land दे Celsius. तू मेरी जान. तू मेरी जान है.
Zekken has got to put his crosshair onto it. Eyes watchful for it.
जल्दी
Flash into
कर
the
पिक
face.
लिया है.
Dodged by Kiko. Need a steady hand in moments like this.
वो जिगल पिक लेते ही ऐसे उसको प्लांट करने वालों ऐसा सीखना ये सब अपन देख के वहाँ से.
Pushing forwards.
मार दिया कैसे?
Make it 3v3. Opportunities available for them. Flashes and Util's going to be used to tap onto the plan as well. It's going to be forcing that reaction out and the kills flying through. Liquid! Once more, it's both of these teams, man. I mean, listen.
अरे मेरे को जाना है मैच देखने, तुम लोग ऐसा कर रहे हैं सब.
Very similar to the prior round, honestly.
खत्म कर दो माँ
क्या? Just get given the space on site. I was looking at Narrate to be the player that made the difference in that spot. They had a 4v3 post plan, ended up becoming a 3v3, and Narrate was positioned at default. He was
यार रोहित भाई कैसे आउट हो गए यार?
For Liquid to move forward. Really good.
जल्दी खत्म करो Zekken भाई, जल्दी खत्म करो.
As they slowly took space on the retake. And you got to see there in the coach camp, Lohan calling the tactical timeout. He's like, all right, we won, that's great, but this is also our third opportunity to close out Abyss, and I'm going to make sure that they have the strat so that there is no future round, so that we don't need another opportunity to do it.
Trouble. Just look at the amount of times it's been match point.
Yeah, like I said, this is the third opportunity for Team Liquid, and they have to grab it. They should have won the previous one.
बात करते कि पाटे विकेट पे थोड़ी लाइन है पीछे
कि भाई मैं पीछे डाल रहा हूँ आगे नहीं.
There was a couple of moments where it felt like Paddy should have been able to trade out John.
गिल्ला मामला है दिल पर.
On fire Zekken and John hitting beautiful shots when they came through for the retake, down numbers. That's always the case in big moments like this. It's not normally just one team choking. It's a combination of factors. You get step-ups in performance from somebody, nerves on the other side. Difficult to control emotions in spots like this. Players are not robots.
It begins. Starting to see how much tournament really means to all of them. There's many players in this server with a chance to lift a second trophy.
Pathetic Baba. Baba. We'll have tough time Baba. Pathetic Baba.
Seems to be the first priority. Doing a good job of it, but they got to convert here and now. It's a highlight.
Lebari.
A lot of damage done here to Zekken, and now turning up the heat straight away forward.
Shot.
The raid. Sky not willing to give up that space. Still, the trade is intact. Let's just spam straight through. Flash even connecting. Zekken has got a lot to do. 9 HP though. Really avoiding depth. It's like dodge maneuver. Players maintaining
Zelsius, nice one.
all of this, and that's been cleaned up. Spotted out for a mid. Crosshair placement.
कैसा मारता रे ने?
He's just played a difficult situation.
Drone.
Kamek, he won a 1v4 earlier. If he could get a 1v3 to complete Abyss, his team would be sitting pretty
already. The net tightening and Zekken.
भाई ये लोग मेरे को क्रिकेट इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान.
That's masterfully.
विराट भाई आ चुके हैं.
Such low health. 9
Betting
HP
पे.
the whole time, playing around this spot. Narrate also has been in every anchor position, playing a beautiful game. But the amount that Zekken was on an island once the other two fell,
whiff तो था. That's why whiff तो था.
particularly impressive.
ये करने कर क्या रहा था?
Notice how Nats is actually taking super late timings if he is going through mid.
Yes sir, yes sir.
क्यों भाई बाहुबली बन रहा था?
Because he's worried about being cleared, as he has been in previous rounds. And then when he takes a super late timing, he's got to win the fight.
Hawkeye बन रहा था भैंस की tat साड़ी.
It really hasn't been the value on their attack side that I was expecting. And Sentinels pulled out a really beautiful mid take into the B fake into the A split.
Beautiful and
we saw them on the
switch.
attack in round 27. They just couldn't quite close it out.
Sound was again used by John.
Never
Break open the door.
But they didn't break the trip. I think they're trying to fake mid pressure currently, and Nats is just going to know that this is a lie.
Still keep one eye trained potentially. Did the door not break? Why is Kamek so hard committed onto this angle?
I mean, Nats is around heaven.
It just seems weird in case they do just contact up past it. Now, okay, here it is. Challenge. Kamek.
What peak low?
Can stand this test, but okay, no, just backs himself away. It's a bit of a stalemate call from both of these teams, and players working themselves up through B. It's a dash play, fast.
इन्हें dash मार के मस्त निकलता
Still company. Camo wants to try and draw some blood out of some of these accompanying players. Now Sen, they haven't sent a spike this way. I mean, there's 30 seconds left into the round. It's a mad scramble now to see if they can supplement this one. Get access to the side, but Knife's going to be tagging them, and where are the kills? They have to be found. The rate. Can't quite wrangle the rifle in time to hit the second one, but it's a trade intact now for Liquid. Gonna plant online for Sentinels. Nothing pushing this one back. Drone.
Nice one. The smoke.
Slightest of pauses.
From
Team Liquid. Now starting to make their moves, and Kiko, he's delivering. It's already 2 for him. Look to do a bit more damage at that. Smokes into the face of these players and just lined up for all of them to topple. Team Liquid, they can spam the last remaining players.
अब फिर से लोग defend कर लेते रे.
How many more times are Team Liquid going to be finding themselves on that point?
क्या हो रहा?
It was a smooth, controlled retake, and Sen were very late to get the spike over here. This brawl over towards the B connector, it had to come out with an effective player advantage for Sen, otherwise the round was going to be chalk.
Guys.
But I think your question is the perfect one. How many chances does Team Liquid need?
अच्छा है, स्कोर अच्छा चल रहा. 4 मारे. विराट भाई 0 बॉल 0 एक भी बॉल नहीं खेले. चलो कोई ना.
In the air.
कोई ना विराट भाई.
One attack round is all it's going to take for Liquid. And they've just gone, by the look of things, for the gamble A pop.
Only presence through A main is just that cam. The knife. Oh, that's a tag on.
Gives it away.
2, 3
Defender
players.
Does anyone try to rotate though? I mean, Bang wants to just keep holding mid.
डिफेंड कर रहा है वो देख के मजा आ रहा मतलब
takes the timing. So these players on A, they are alone for a while.
Yeah. Now here it is. See if they can find kills that they need here. Paranoia up into the face there. Zelsis cannot stand it down. Attempt to hold it down. Knife gets the information.
And no salvos.
Yeah.
Suppression.
Exactly. So no denial of this plan coming through. This is Team Liquid
निकल
now.
जाता
Prime,
मतलब
surely.
उसमें कुछ होता वो नहीं है
Hunting and hoping for map 3. Paranoid sweeps. That's a dash through. Straight into the back on top of it. But Bang has already been dropped outside. Into it. The kills might be flooding through. Feed does feel. It's up. A little bit of this teal. Narrate off to the side here. Still, it's a post plan that needs to be played by Liquid. A tap. Let's try and force that reaction. Double faced up. Zekken can't quite land it. Smoke's finally online with a one way.
Nice one.
And we'll swing it.
NT Sen NT.
He's the one to do it all.
NT Sen. कितना निकाले रे? NT. बस लास्ट वाला जीत जाना गाइस. मैं नहीं रहा तो भी ठीक है. प्लीज जीत जाना यार. प्लीज. पर आज इम्पोर्टेंट है जीतना इंडिया का. इंडिया ओपी हिंदी चैट हो जाए. रोहित शर्मा ने अच्छा स्टार्ट दे दिया. चलो इंडिया मैच देखते हैं. और यार सेन भी अच्छी खेली यार. आउट हो गई तो आउट हो गई. कोई ना भाई. मज़ा आया देख के. हैं मज़ा आया ना गाइस. द फक इट इज योर मदर. सो बाय. मदर का फ़ोन आ गया. बाय गाइस. यो हेलो हु इज दिस.